Hello everyone, Ecology here, and welcome to the 9.13 test server. And on this video, I'm going to be showing you some of the American HD tanks. And one of the HD tanks is this T-30, which I didn't cover in a video because it's much like the T-29. I think that's what it's called, the T-29 American thing. But the only thing that's really different that you have to notice on this thing is the front is less detail, and in the back it has a vent, hatches, boxes on each side, and that's really it. There's nothing really major different on this and the T-29. And the gun's also bigger. Also has a bigger gun. That is rifled. Okay then. So sit back and relax and enjoy these, well, two American tanks that have been HD'd. So, well, there's more than two, but in this video there's only two, so that's upsetting. But here you go. Here we are with the T-54E1. It's getting an HD model this patch as well. And I'm not a big fan of Americans, and I'm definitely not a big fan of autoloaders. But I have to say they did a nice job with this, I guess. Oh gosh. Suspension. And this is just like any other American high tier. It's based on the Patton chassis, which is a nice chassis, but for me, it doesn't really do as good because I hate tanks that use the same hull over and over again, or the same chassis over and over again, much like the Russians with their hull chassis. But if it works, why change it, right? That's what they always say. If it works, why change? But I have to say it's nice. It looks good. It's weird I have to say that because I'm not used to this oblong turret. I think that's what it's called. But other than that, it's not bad. Quite easy to model. You just take the Patton chassis and put a weird turret on it. Oh, come on. Stupid. There he is. Awesome. So let's look at the detail on this American. Well, I got a nice drive sprocket, which mashes good with the track, I have to say. A little bit. Like, it starts messing up down here, down there, down here, but then it starts getting better, I guess. I don't know. I'll give that a B. It fails a bit. Well, the road wheels look nice. The return rollers look nice. The drive sprocket, or the either wheel looks nice. Detail on top is kind of bland. You do got a storage unit right here. A second one down here. You got a shovel, a pickaxe, and looks like an axe in that little bit. That's traversed the tank like that. Make sure his turret is traversed as well. Below too much. Okay, there we go. And let's go back to see the rifling. And does he have rifling? Yes, yes he does. Awesome. Well, the front is pretty Patton-like. Nothing really to see. Got some hooks. Got the light, the ditch light, and, you know, lights. You got the driver's hatch. You got the driver's viewports. You got the... they even modeled the fire extinguisher pole handle. Let's see. You got the sight to shoot the gun. You got other sights on top of it. You got the commander's hatch. You got a loader's hatch, or some hatch over here. That ain't bad. Not the best looking tank, I have to say. But I'm not a fan of oblong turrets or stuff like that, so. Well, the side of the turret, there's not much. There's a couple grab irons to get on top of the turret, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. It looks like there are a wrench or some tools, I guess. I don't know what to call it. I don't know. And to look at the rear of the tank, let's see, this is where you get the most detail because you got the hooks, You got a big hook to tow like heavy artillery. You got the rear um, box, which might hold a telephone. You got some rear lights. And then you got some serial numbers, which are legible if you're looking close enough, which are nice. The engine deck is not really that detailed, I can see. You got a lot of wear and tear around where the exhausts are. Which, other than that, there's a hatch on top of the turret, or on the back of the turret, and that's basically it. There's really not much else detail going on this tank. All in all, it's not bad. Do I want one? No. That's probably the reason why I haven't got one on a main account, because I don't really feel like I need one. Like, the reload's super long. Yes, it has a nice autoloader, but it doesn't really please me much. And I'm just tearing in the new one. Oh, well, I bounced off his lower plate. Yeah, I'm bouncing off his lower plate. That's a new one. And see, now I have a 40 somewhat second reload, which is kind of annoying. I'm not a big fan of super long reloads, so that's probably why I haven't gotten this tank. But in my opinion, it's not bad. Looks pretty good. Nicely HD'd, I have to say. Nice American Star. Has a nice spring for the hatch. So, it's nice. See you in the garage. Here we are with the T-29, a tank that I'm currently grinding in World of Tanks because I'm going up the heavy tank line in World of Tanks. I'm going up to get the tier 10. But they have HD modeled the T-29, which I have to say looks very fantastic. I like the way this tank looks, and it feels, when I'm playing it now, a lot stronger and a lot more powerful HD'd. And I don't know if it's just, I haven't looked at the patch notes fully to see if this thing got a buff or anything. Look at that suspension. That suspension's nice. Up, down, leaf spring suspension. I think it's leaf spring. Yeah, it's leaf spring. 99.9% sure it's leaf spring. If it's not, then be sure in the comment section tell me it's not. I'm 90% sure it's leaf spring, which is nice. And now to go look at my friend. And look at all the wonderful American detail that this tank does not have. I mean, does have. I say not. I said does. Not have. There he is. I bounced. I'm surprised I hit him at least, but I bounced? That's no fun. There he is. And stop. I'm going further. There we go. So let's go from the front to back. Has a nice idler wheel. The front wheel is kind of close to the idler wheel. I wonder if it clips itself when it goes over bumps. We'll see. The drive sprocket is pretty nice. It mashes with the the track pretty nice, which is nice. The road wheels are nicely done. I love the side skirts. I don't know if that's like a lot of wear and tear or if it's intentionally painted black, but I like that. Well, side detail, they have a muffler, which is nice, an exhaust system, a shovel, pickaxe head, a tanker bar, looks like another tool of some sort, a sledgehammer, looks like a shovel, and some binocs. And there's a tarp or a tent, probably a tent, on right there. So the side detail is pretty good. Let's see the roof detail. It has like a wrench or something like that. Has a hook, probably to take up the turret, and that's basically it. Now let's traverse the tank. What a big turret. Alright, so let's see. Does this have rifling? Yes, it does. It has lots of rifling. Ah, the track is beautiful. I do like the track. I like that it has this extra bit of track hanging out. I think it's nice. Well, there's its bow machine gun, which looks pretty good. It has a nice flat piece of metal. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's spaced armor. It has its headlight, the ditch light or ditch light or whatever, infrared light, and that light. Some more lights over there. And the top of the turret has a viewport, 2 coaxial machine guns in the turret, which is cool. Got some serial numbers on top of the turret, which is typical of an American tank. You got 2 hatches in the front, and then you got your commander's hatch in the rear, and you got your viewports on each side, which looks very nice. And you also got your 2 antennas. Also in front, you got 2 hooks. You got your spaced armor tracks. More tracks as more space armor. You got the driver's sit. You got your co-driver's seat to work the bow-mounted machine gun. And let's go to the last side of the tank. Traverse the turret. Thank you. Oh, too much, too much, too much, too much, too much. There we go. Good boy. Well, same thing as the other side, except this has a bigger tent or tarp of some sort. You got, looks like a lot of storage on this side as well. Hatches, storage, things to put stuff in. And then you got the other side, muffler or exhaust. And we traverse the tank to the rear. As we look at the rear detail. Now, as we see, we got some hooks down below. We got a, looks like a stepping tool, I guess, to step up above to get onto the engine deck. You got the travel lock. The engine deck is quite barren. There is nothing really to see. You got the hatches, the modeled in there, which looks nice, I have to say. And the rear of the turret is quite plain as well. Nothing really big to see there. Well, that's the T-29. There's not much to see on American tanks either. They're quite plain and boring, just like the Russian ones, but at least there's more detail to see. And I do want to see if that front wheel does go through the front either wheel. No. Hold on, back up. And then I'll end the video. Boop, boop, boop. It barely touches. It barely touches. Maybe it does go through. You'll be the judge of that. Does it go through or does it not? I think it does. But it doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't really look too bad, I guess. I don't know. It's a minor detail, I guess. But that's it. Onwards to the next one. Back to the garage. And we're back in the garage. Yeah, as you can see there, the T-29 is a lot different. Well, it's a lot different, but it's not at the same time. Like, here's the T-30 in the garage in all its HG glory. Yes, I didn't see it fully up close, but there is a small wheel in the back here. There's the same suspension as the T-29. But other than that, it's basically a bigger, like, T-29-ish. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and remember to click the like button if you liked the video, and to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And see you in another video. I have a lot more to come. So enjoy. Bye-bye.